Round one. Fight!
Alright, hi everybody, how's it going? So, I'm not sure how this is going to go well when it comes to the audio part of it, because I'm not quite sure how well the audio is coming through. I just gotta do a sound check real quick, because I don't want this game to overpower my... I don't want this game to overpower my words, because this is a discussion today. We're talking about Wano, and the latest dub set of One Piece to come out, which as of this time of recording is episodes, I believe, 1061 or 1000... It's like 1063 to... Yeah, it's 1063 to 1075. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that, and my thoughts and everything, but first let me just check the levels. Check, check, mic check, mic check. Egg. Alright, excellent, excellent, excellent. We do have confirmation. This game is definitely not as powerful in the sound department as my voice. Awesome. Just give me one more sec. I'm going to be sharing this with people.
Wano Watch.
Yes, Wano Watch. Indeed, person, Wano Watch, with this game in the background known as Art of Fighting, which, depending on what year you were born, may be older than you. The actual first game's older than me. Heck, the second game might be older than me for all I know. I think it was released in '94. But nevertheless, right now what I'm doing is just promoting the video and getting it out there. So if you give me just a quick minute, we can get to the nitty-gritty and actually do this video correctly. Or this live stream correctly. Alright, and we're back, baby. Just like the description, just like it says, we're back, baby. So, hi, I'm Brad from the Otaku Paradise. Nice to meet you. Nice to say hello. See who is anybody's here. If you're watching right now, hi, how's it going? I'm blind, so unless you put something in the chat, I'm not gonna know you're here. And today, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna be talking about Wano, the latest dub batch, which, like I said, was 1063 to 1075. Now, there might be new batch out right now that I'm not aware of, but as of right now, which is May 14th, 15th, 17th, May 17th, I know math. Yeah, there's no new episodes out. Alright. So, first of all, let's get the housekeeping out the way. I have no idea what I'm doing on this game. This game is almost as old as I am, which I'm about to be 30. Or older than I am, depending on which game I'm playing. But anywho. So, Wano. We were in the middle of the king fight, honestly, when we last left off. And I've been keeping up with Wano, honestly. This is the 3rd episode. I wanted to reach a format. You're wondering, wait, what in the other 2 episodes was somebody else? Yeah, but due to the fact either A, they don't want to do it, or B, and I'm not saying that they don't, I'm just saying either whether the fact that they just don't want to do it, or they don't have enough time, or whatever the case may be. Oh, did I actually win? Anyway. Yeah, so Wano, I'm sorry, I got distracted there. Yeah, either because he just doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have the time, or the time I actually want to do it, he's not available because of work or whatever the case may be. I was gonna be on a Thursday every time, but last night I didn't really feel like streaming, and there was other people I actually wanted to watch, so nevertheless. But yeah, so with that being said, I believe we started out on the king fight. After that, there's gonna be spoilers for Wano. If you don't want to hear the spoilers, I understand. But, you find out King's kind of a different breed of creature. We don't know much about the species, except from the lore that we got from King and Zoro's fight, which, by the way, I'd just like to point out, King and Zoro's fight, okay, I liked it from what I remember of it. I didn't, just for disclosure, I did not double watch any of these episodes. Should've, but I thought I'd go off the cuff. And plus, to be perfectly honest, that's not what we were here for, honestly. I wasn't here for that. I was here for mainly Gear 5. Because everything before that, like the Kaido fight, Kaido versus Luffy, that 3rd fight, the rooftop, was cool. Actually, to be fair, everything after the King fight was bangers. Because you had Kid and Law versus Big Mom. That fight, even though I couldn't see it, yeah, that fight was actually crazy. People were hyping the Big Mom fight with Kid and Law for a while, and yeah, it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And the dub performers actually involved they did a good job. You have veterans like Matthew Mercer as the Trafalgar D. Law, and Justin Cook, the guy who used to run Funimation before it died, as Eustace Captain Kidd. Or is it Captain Eustace Kid? I don't remember. But yeah, the fight in the dub throughout the fight was amazing. I loved how Law, used his Silent Room as an homage to Corazon, because his whole Devil Fruit powers was, Corazon's Devil Fruit powers was the whole thing of, I can create silence. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, no, that was cool. If I had to say a nitpick, this is gonna be free-formed, like most of my podcasts. I don't really have a format, because I just said, forget it. I just wanna do off-script things. Maybe one of these, if I have somebody that says to me, more than one person that says to me, oh yeah, you need to follow a script, brother, then I'll follow that script. But right now, I'm just going off the cuff. From what I remember, Gear 5, the actual execution of Gear 5 was really, really good. What you learned from the Gear 5 and the fact that Luffy's Gum Gum Fruit actually isn't a Gum Gum Fruit is crazy. Which is like, of course Luffy's gotta have one of the most powerful Devil Fruit, if not the most powerful Devil Fruit. 'Cause he's Luffy! Also, I don't like Colleen's performance as Luffy, but... as Gear 5 Luffy, she kinda nailed it. I'm not gonna lie, she nailed Gear 5 Luffy. I think I lost for the first time. I did! Wow. Oh well. That's Lemmy. Or Lenny. Alright, cool. Anyway. Yeah. You need real skill to play a game like Art of Fighting, legit. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep this on pause. Probably shouldn't have started a fighting game like this in the background. Probably should have just put it on training, but nevertheless. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. I'm sorry I had to teach this fool its place. Yeah, if you're an SMK fighting game fan, this is like the highest learning curve for these kind of games. 90s games did not play, but nevertheless, we're not here to talk about that. Maybe it will in the future. Anyway, so you got the execution of Gear 5 as a whole in the dub, right? Gear 5's dub was nice. Colleen actually nailed it, in my opinion. I don't know why they changed Monkey Monkey to Monkey Muscle. It literally makes no sense. They are literally the same amount of syllables no matter what. I don't understand that change. Monkey Monkey to Monkey Muscle! What? Why? Like, did you want to just be... I don't understand that. I don't understand the point behind that. But, yeah, Gear 5, honestly, Gear 5 was kind of nice. Gear 5, honestly, Gear 5 as a whole. The Looney Tunes stuff with Gear 5 was fantastic. I'm honestly liking... Wano's growing on me more and more. At first it was mid without the stop-and-go garbage, and then everything that has to do with the samurai, I was like, okay, cool. Odin's story was phenomenal. Best backstory in the entire show so far. Odin's story was phenomenal. Kaido, and we don't know much about him specifically, but Kaido's kind of semi-backstory, along with Big Mom, and what he used to be. and what he represented. Like the fact that he used to be a part of the Rocks Pirates, along with Whitebeard, along with Big Mom, and that was interesting all on its own. I was curious to know how they would handle young Big Mom in the dub, because as of that point, I did not know when young Big Mom was about to show up, and if I had to give an, honestly, they lazily dubbed young Big Mom. I don't know if she'll get backstory in the future. Hopefully she will when we get more of the Rocks Pirates backstory. Like, I don't doubt Zebek might. I don't doubt Zebek. I don't know if Zebek will ever show up again, but I doubt it. But maybe Blackbeard might be a son of the Zebek. I don't know. We really don't know. We don't know much about Blackbeard in the way of what he is. He could be a whole different creature, an alien, but that's neither here nor there. Once we find out what Blackbeard is in anime, though, in the dub, oh boy, you dang straight I'm making a video about that, because Blackbeard, before he was changed from Cole Brown to Chris Rager, which, by the way, couldn't hold a candle to Cole Brown in a single form. I know the whole sentiment of he's dead now that he's great. No, he was great before he was dead. That voice of Blackbeard, it sounded so, like, pirate-esque, and it sounded so good. The day when virus... What? Yes, Wano Watch. Indeed. The day when pirates stopped caring about treasure? Like, it sounded old, it sounded good. I could imagine what Blackbeard would sound like, or look like, but now with Chris Rager, it's kind of mid. But again, we're not here to talk about Chris Rager's performance as Blackbeard. Not yet, anyway. Let's see, the Zoro fight, honestly, the Zoro fight was a continuation of the last part, because we had got into the Zoro fight, but we didn't really get through it. Chopper at this point is still a Grandpa Chopper, baby Grandpa Chopper, which is adorable. And Luffy dies, technically. Even though he doesn't. He actually technically almost dies twice, but because he's got plot armor and the spirit of the main character, he lives. Because of course. Yeah, One Piece, again, you can say that One Piece is entertaining, One Piece is fun to watch and all that, but if you're going from an actual story element, there is no stakes, so why should I care about anything that's happening? There's no reason for me to care if Luffy's ever in danger. I'm like, oh, well, he's just going to win no matter what. There's never going to be a time, even if it takes 300 episodes to get to him winning, he's going to win. He's the main character. There is no, oh, well, maybe the main character, no. That's my problem with a lot of shonen, honestly, but yeah, the One Piece has a lot of flaws, but it doesn't mean it's not entertaining. This arc, this 13 episodes in particular, is it's a biggest example of this, because these 13 episodes, 12 or 13 episodes, I want to say 12, actually, these 12 episodes... Actually, they showcase the faults and the positives of One Piece. As in the faults, the pacing is still garbage. The pacing is 1000% garbage. We take 180 episodes of 180 episodes. We take 160 chapters or 170 chapters. Or 175 chapters of a manga, and let's make it to 180, 185. Yeah. One Piece pacing is not the worst, it's probably the worst thing, besides Monkey D. Luffy. Oddly enough, though, Luffy in Gear 5 was the most tolerable he's ever been on screen. The Big Mom fight ended with death. Big Mom is presumably dead, but since this is One Piece, I don't think she is at all. She's going to come back in like 200 plus episodes in Eggman Island or some other island or whatever, and she's going to show up and be like, ha ha, mama, you thought I was dead, but ha ha! Or some stupid. Because you're not. She fell from a bit. Like, Kaido and Big Mom. Obviously, Big Mom is on another. I mean, obviously, Kaido's on another level than Big Mom. But Big Mom, you're gonna tell me that Big Mom. Is it gonna be able to survive a 100+ feet fall? You're really gonna tell me that? I highly doubt that. I highly, highly doubt that. But yeah, this arc mainly was like a let's fight and let's do lore drop, a little bit of lore drop and some fighting. Zanisha, the drums of liberation. You learn about Joy Boy, more about Joy Boy. You learn about the Nika Nika fruit. Which, of course, like I said, Luffy has to get the Nika Nika fruit. But what's the Nika Nika do? A Pika Pika. I'm trying to... But yes, oh, and the dub. Kaido, I mean... Dave kills it. Dave kills it as Kaido. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but the person who plays Kaido's name is Dave, which I found out every single Beast Pirate is black! Might as well have just called them the Black Pirates. Come on now. What was... I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't see, like... It wasn't like a race casting thing in my opinion, but I would like to know how all the black voice actors in one group. They did the same thing with the Universe 12, I think it was 11, not 11. The Jiren Universe, the Pride Troopers, they were all black except Patrick. It's really weird. Like, that's... I don't know, it seems a little bit more than coincidental, it's just weird. They all did it. Now, mind you, they did a good job. They did a great job, in fact. Major Attaway, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, as, Queen. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Queen kinda stole the show. Queen came out of nowhere and was just... Like, his performance, in Japanese is fine as well, but Queen's performance, Major did a very good job. Zoomin'. Very good job. Very good job, in my opinion. Gabe Kunda as King. King's a very interesting character, and Gabe is a voice actor that, honestly, he has experience in spades. To where, if you give Gabe a role, he's going to do his best. There is no doubt in my mind that whatever he's presented with, he's going to do his absolute best in that role. He's a very good voice actor, and people who watched the sub both agreed that Gabe was very good in his role as King. And then you have Bill Butts as... I don't even know if that's his real name. There's no way that's going to be his real-life last name. But he plays as... the meme... I don't even remember. Is it King? No, not King. Oh my goodness. What was it? Jack! I almost forgot the man's name. That's how much inconsequential he was. Yeah, he fought the Zoans? The Minks. Oh my goodness. This has been a while. Yeah, but he fought the Minks. And he got just destroyed. Honestly. They kind of mollywopped him. Jack is a nothing character. Jack showed up. Jack was the first character you see in all of the Beast Pirates. And he was the most ineffective character you could ever had. Jack could have been written out in the entire story, and nothing would have changed. There was no point in Jack. But nevertheless, Bill Butts again did the job he was supposed to do. He did very good. And if I had to choose the MVP out of this set of 12 episodes, I think... Would it be... Honestly, I think it would have to be... I would have to say it's between Gabe Kunda and Dave as Kaido. Gabe Kunda as King or Dave as Kaido, because Dave had to do some things with his voice, like, he had, and then, mind you, Dave is somebody who doesn't really do anime, so he had to get back into a groove of things, so the last thing he was in was Battle Angel Alita. And I'm not talking about the James Cameron directed show either, or movie either, I'm talking about the 80s, 1989 or 1990 OVA. Yeah. That's insane. Almost 30 years. I mean, almost 35 years without doing an anime, and then you get called in. You know, that kind of thing. You know, Dave killed it as Kaido. He had to do things like, he had to act off of Gear 5, which when you're acting off of Gear 5, it's like, what the heck do I do? Do I just whip out my cartoon? Like, do I just go full on 1930s Bugs Bunny and starts whipping out a mallet and starts pa-ching, pa-ching, like, no, man, you gotta do something. Like, wait, I want to know what the direction is for any of the voice actors who had to act off of Gear 5. Just like the constant laughing, the constant, like, whatever was on screen, it felt very Looney Tunes, and I've been hyped about that. I wanted that. I wanted it to be Looney Tunes-esque. Sorry, I have to play this. This game is so old. Haha! I won! Excuse me while I take this quick intermission to mollywop this fool.
Round 1. Fight!
What's your favorite part about One Piece? What makes you drawn to One Piece as a whole? I guess that would be the comic question. Okay. I think I won.
Round 2.
I'm just taking some time to actually just fight. Again, the learning curve. There we go. Anyway.
Come back when you grow up.
Wow. Did I lose? I did not. This music is crazy. For a 1990s game, this music goes hard.
Round 1. Fight!
Alright, now that we're back from our intermission, I took about a little bit time to, just take some time to beat the computer up. But you know, going back to One Piece. Oh my goodness, this music is so good! Yeah, now it's all a bunch of symphonic metal, which is fine, but again, speaking of soundtracks, let's talk about the One Piece soundtrack. I usually don't care for it, but the Drums of Liberation is probably one of my new favorite OSTs. Yeah, it was pretty nice, honestly. I really like the Drums of Liberation. That was a good sound. That was a good part of the OST that I really enjoyed. I think it's probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, OSTs of One Piece. Because a lot of them are very samey, very mid, you know. And sadly, it is what it is. Most of the soundtrack for One Piece is kind of garbage. But that's just my opinion. But back to Wano. What would I say about Yamato, who's a girl? I'm sorry, Yamato's a girl, and she barely showed up on screen, which is great, because I didn't want to have to deal with, Yamato, yeah, man, or, you're a guy, misgendering garbage from the dub, or whatever. I didn't have to deal with that, nope. But I'm curious to know how they're going to animate and deal with the fact that, yes, Yamato is actually a girl, and she goes into the guy's bathhouse, but then she gets yelled at, "What are you doing?" by Sanji, because Sanji would definitely have a problem with a full-grown naked woman in his vicinity. I don't know, Sanji's kind of trying to leave the simp behind, but Sanji, you are not ready for this, my friend. You will not be ready for this if that happens. Just like Kiku is a boy. Yeah, Kiku's 100% a dude. And femboy? I'll give you that. Tranny? Not at all. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Kiku's the... I hate... Kiku and Luffy are two of my most hated characters in all of One Piece so far. I hate Luffy because of his... everything about Luffy just irritates the living dog do out of me. And, Kiku is just because everything Kiku represents. Kiku is just an annoying character. It's like, I don't... Kiku's voice is... Kiku's English dub voice is terrible. Kiku's entire thing is like, oh, let's make it... I'm a maiden at heart. You mean you're a femboy? It's okay if you're a femboy. Some people, just don't... Some people are just, that feminine. Some guys are just that feminine. I don't condone it. I think you should get some testosterone in you, but nevertheless, you do you, fam. Yeah, I just don't like Kiku, honestly. Of course, I don't like any of the Akazaya 7, to be honest. The only ones I care about are Kinemon, what's his name, Kappa? Kappa, and that's it, actually. Yeah, that's the only one I care about is Kinemon and Kappa. I don't even know his name. I don't even know the name of the Kappa. Voiced by Anthony Bolin. No, I don't even care about Shinobu. I was gonna say I care about Shinobu. I don't. I really don't care about Shinobu. But yes, One Piece Wano arc so far. We've got one set left before we're pretty much done with it. And it's going to be a month or so, or at least a long while before I give my full thoughts on it. Because I want to actually go back and rewatch it and give my final opinion. Because One Piece discussions will not end, but what will end is the Wano discussion of it being named Wano Watch. It'll probably call the One Piece Voyage after this until we get to Egghead, which won't probably be for another year or two in dub. Let me rephrase that. We won't get done with Egghead at all for another year or so. Egghead just started. It's about 100 episodes. Not even 100 episodes. It's got about 24 episodes on us. So, yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's definitely gonna take a while, but I'm curious to know more about Kuma's backstory. I'm curious to know more about Bonnie. I'm curious to know more about Shanks, and I hear we get all of that in the next arc. People would call me a One Piece simp. I'm not a simp. Just because I know what One Piece is. It's a flawed mess that has a lot of problems. But at the end of the day, it's entertaining. Yeah, the show's not meant for everybody. But I think if you don't mind going through it, if you watch 100 episodes of One Piece and you're like, wow, I watched 100 episodes of One Piece and I still don't feel anything, and that's not entertaining at all, probably drop it. But I wouldn't say get 12 episodes in and drop it, because again, this is a long-running 1,000 plus episode shonen. I would definitely give it like 2 or 3 arcs. Wait till they meet more of their crew members. Which, speaking of crew members, something I'd like to highlight: Nami, voiced by the lovely Lucy Christian, who does a fantastic job as Nami. Wonderful job. She got the biggest balls in that entire arc as a normal human being. She got some balls, man, and it was, not gonna lie, Nami kind of made MVP of this arc for me. Nami, low-key MVP of the arc. And here's why I say that. I say Brooke was the MVP of Whole Cake, and I say that Brooke is the main of is definitely the MVP of Whole Cake, but possibly Zoro the one of Wano, maybe? I haven't finished it yet, so I can't say. But Nami got on, like, she was like, oh. Even Kaido was like, oh yes, I love that, and I love that fight. That's what I'm talking about. Not everybody's fight is snuffed out. I love that. Kaido was impressed by Nami's resolve. Obviously, he knew, I could just wipe her out with a blast breath. But, which is kind of, if you think about it, if you really think about it, the discrepancy in power between the One Piece Straw Hat Pirates themselves are crazy. After you get past the main 4, the drop-off is insane of power scaling. But Nami, a normal human being, said to Kaido, Luffy's not dead, and even if he is, I'm going to continue to the last breath. Ride or die, brother! Ride or die! She is so good for that. I love me a woman who stands by her morals and whatnot. And Nami was looking, at that moment, at that very scene, low-key, she was looking the hottest to me that she had ever looked before. Like, that personality of a ride or die kind of woman, that's respectable. And she was she was scared out of her britches, I don't doubt, but she was willing to stand by her captain because she believed in him. And obviously that's the power of friendship, that's cringe as can be, but the sentiment of, yeah, I know Luffy might be dead, but I'm not, and we're not, and as long as we're alive, we know, and as long as we're standing, we know Luffy's not dead. I don't know, there was something about Nami's speech at that moment, I was like, Nami, you really are trying to get in that top 3, aren't you? Like, I don't even... Yeah, man, she's trying her best to get in that top 3. Right now, the top 3 is Reiju, Robin, and Rebecca. Reiju kind of nice. Reiju very nice. And I might go back and do an actual One Piece retrospective in the future. But that might require some work. But anywho, this is all over the place. I know, this is all over the place. If you guys have any constructive criticisms for me whatsoever, if you guys want to let me know what I did wrong, or what you think, or if I need to be scripted, or maybe I need to have another game in the background while I play, because I can't do this without playing a game if I want to stream. I might be able to do OBS videos and edit them to better, do like better takes. But as of right now, I'm still working on that. I want to make OBS videos as well, so maybe those in the future will come. And Phantom Breaker did not stop. For all those who came to show up for Phantom Breaker, I don't know who you are or why you did, but Phantom Breaker videos won't stop. I'm going to do at least one Phantom Breaker stream a week going forward. Maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. It all depends on everybody's schedule, because I have people I hang out with on the weekends, and I don't want to... I can stream anytime. I don't hang out with people on the regular, so... but besides that... If I had to pick favorite character from Wano Watch, probably Odin. Yeah, Odin's my favorite character, and then Kaido. Odin and Kaido. Kaido shot up as such a cool villain to me. Kaido's probably, like, every time he talks, because with me, a voice actor makes the character better. That's why Blackbeard, when he was Cold Brown, was in my top 3, and now he's shot down to not even in the top 10. Yeah, the voice makes the character, it helps make the character. And that's why Shanks, voiced by Brandon Potter, one of my favorite characters. That's why Mihawk, voiced by John Vermillion, one of my favorite characters. Kaido, voiced by Dave, one of my favorite characters. Doflamingo, voiced by Robert McCollum. You see a pattern here, again. All these voice actors are acting the villain. Which, by the way, One Piece's villain game is kind of crazy with its dub voice actors. They've been kind of killing it. Like, I don't know how in the world they do this, but... I just named up a lot of villains and/or antagonists. Shanks was the only protag that I mentioned. Hello. Shanks was the only protag that I mentioned that actually had a decent English dub voice. Hold on, let me address who came in.
Anthology.
Hello, new person. Here, I'm talking about Wano, the dub of Wano, and what I thought about it, and my thoughts on as One Piece as a whole. Just sitting back talking about One Piece and everything. Anime in general remain pretty much, but One Piece is the main topic. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Brad from the Otaku.
I just subscribed. One Piece.
Hey, thanks for subscribing.
Is my favorite anime.
Nice! Thanks for subscribing! That's awesome! Yeah, a lot of people like One Piece. It's entertaining, I would say, but I do know that it has some flaws, but it's entertaining to me. Oh, okay. Well, at least thanks for coming by and stopping through. Well, thank you to that new person who subscribed. That's awesome. But yeah, One Piece as a whole has its flaws. Wano has its flaws. I understand why people like Wano, though. I get it. The last fights alone in this set were really good. Even from a non-visual standpoint, just listening to the sound effects, it sounded like stuff was getting done, honestly, and I liked it. I liked it. Let's see if let's see if it could stick the landing, and let's see if Wano as a whole. I will come back with my entirety of Wano as a whole, where I'm thinking about it. Because again, stop and starting, having to watch it with people. Now knowing what I know of the action sequences, I can watch it on my own and rewatch some of the fights as well on YouTube. But nevertheless, if you guys have any criticisms or any constructive criticisms when you watch the VOD, if you watch the VOD, if you could put it in the comments, that'd be greatly appreciated. I'm still new to this, and I want to do more videos like this, but I don't know if this is if I'm right for this because of anxieties or if because I'm just too cringe. And if I am too cringe, I'm sorry. I think that Wano so far deserves to be in people's top 5 at quality alone. Because as of right now, my top 5 are Marineford or the Paramount War, depending on what terminology you use, Punk Hazard, and Whole Cake. Those are my top 3 right there. number 4 is Zoe, and number 5 might be, honestly, Zoe was
What
a
about
good...
anime arcs in general?
What about anime arcs in general? Like, what are some of my favorite anime arcs? I would say... Huh, that's actually a really good question. What about anime arcs in general? I would say there are some really good arcs. I would say that if we're talking about long-running shonen, the...
Well, where do you put Wano in the list?
Where do I put Wano in the list? As of right now, top 5, probably number 5. I'm blind, so I like more dialogue-heavy stuff, but the action in this one, it's been really good, even from a blind man perspective. The action has been really good. I loved Gear 5. From Gear 5 start to finish, from episode 1072, 1073 to where I'm at in the dub of 1075, it's been a treat. I understand why people love Gear 5. Because Gear 5, yeah, definitely went hard. Especially with the... I crap on the dub performance of Colleen Clinkenbeard so much because of how I think it could be so much better as Luffy. But she went all out for Gear 5, and you could tell. And as for anime arcs in general, Bleach has some really good anime arcs. Naruto has some really good anime arcs, but I will say that Oden's backstory is the best backstory of the entirety of Wano. Probably the entirety of One Piece so far. And if you read ahead in the manga, which again, please don't post any spoilers in the chat or in the comment section, I'd be greatly appreciated. But I'm looking forward to what Egghead has in store, because I know a little bit about what Egghead has to deal with. And I hear it goes crazy. So I hear if it's a lot of lore-heavy stuff, that's my bread and butter. Give me lore, give me dialogue, that's why I like Punk Hazard and Zoe so much, because Zoe was a setup, but it had a lot of lore in it, and Punk Hazard was just dark and gritty, and it was more adult for One Piece. Like, you had the equivalent of child human trafficking. As for... if I had to pick my favorite fights of Wano so far, Gear 5. Obviously, Gear 5, the fight with Kaido and Luffy is really good so far. It's not over. But Oden's backstory fight between Oden and Kaido, which if you guys, share with me in the comments or the chat what you think. Do you think Oden would have bodied Kaido if he didn't get blindsided with the clone fruit girl, or clone fruit old woman? Because I think Oden would have got him. And if Oden would have lost, it would have been by a sliver. This music is so good. I don't know why it's so good. Why is the 1997 game's music so good? I hope, my hope is that when they get to the Studio Wit version of One Piece, that it's handled by a different dub. It's handled in a different way.
That music does kinda slap.
It's weird, this game came out, like, if you were to go back in old 90s fighting games or old 90s games, for some reason the music is kinda nice. My problem, also, I wish they would change the DBZ sound effects for One Piece. I just really wish they changed the DBZ sound effects. I get it, the guy worked on DBZ and he's a member of Toei Animation and One Piece is the only thing he does now. But it would be nice, you know, some newer sound effects. Well, list off in the chat or comments, what are your favorite arcs of One Piece? I'll wait. I'll play a little bit of gameplay since we actually got some people in the chat. Hi to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I've been enjoying Wano. I just know people. I want to give it a fair shake because I'm enjoying it right now, but it's been so stop and go from having to wait for batches to come out to having to oh my goodness, to having to watch it with other people because of my blindness. That sounded like it hurt. Also, if you want to get this Art of Fighting anthology that I'm playing currently, it's only $3 on the PlayStation Store. There you go, SNK, your free marketing. I'll take that check in the mail, please. You can pay me in American dollary dues. And I want that on the check as American dollary dues. It's possible that voice actors in this game or any other fighting game or any game in general could have possibly been in One Piece with the Japanese. I don't know how the Japanese voice acting works. Oh, I lost. That was horrible. Oh, I didn't mean to pick the UB! Anyway. I hope everybody's having a great day in chat. Maybe you're not a fan of One Piece. If you're not a fan of One Piece and you're like, oh, well, let me hear what this guy has to say. Tell me why you don't like One Piece, or tell me what other anime you do like. I think I started over the ladder. I could be wrong, though. I wanted to give you attractive females-looking characters on screen, but I'm sorry, I can't deliver that. I'm trying to think, other aspects of Wano I really enjoyed. Oh, that was murder. Baby Chopper! I love Baby Chopper and how it just randomly showed up. And I'm very glad that I didn't get... Whoops. And I'm very glad I didn't get the, I'm very glad I didn't get the Nika Nika fruit spoiled. Because, good gracious, if I were to have had that spoiled... I got close to getting that spoiled for me, but it didn't. Thank goodness. I think I lost a game. I did lose a game. You sound very light. Oh. I don't know if you're a femboy or not. I can't tell. Are you trapped? What in the world? Mota Mota. This character seems like the most stiffest character ever. Anyway. I got destroyed. Oh my gosh, that was horrendous! Nevertheless. Yeah! Anyway. Also, if you're interested in this game, this is a tie-in to the SNK mainline game that's been their flagship for probably the last 10 years or so, to the King of Fighters series. See again if you're interested in it. Hello? Did somebody join? Egg? Oh no, no one joined. I'm just hearing that in the game. That's weird. Alright. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I went off screen just to check something. But like I said, for those who are currently watching right now, I am a blind person. I am a blind man, to be specific. And, yeah, so when I watch One Piece or a show like a shonen, I tend to watch it with other people. Heck, any other anime at this point I like watching with people, because anime kind of has become mid to me in a way. I don't think I won that. Yeah, that was horrible. This woman is mollywopping me. Okay, we got some offense, finally! Bakare! Anyway. Let's see, the other aspects of Wano. Oh, I thought it was cool if when you went to the past, you saw... When you went to the past, you saw, like, Odin's backstory and stuff. You saw that the clone fruit was owned by somebody else, and that Bon Clave wasn't the first to hold it, which introduces the possibility of other people, like generational devil fruits. So when a devil fruit is lost, like when somebody dies, does the devil fruit go away? I never understood that. Does it like go to a different generation? Or does it just get put back in the world somehow? I'm also curious as to know how devil fruits came to be, like the history of devil fruits themselves. But nevertheless, I wish other characters had more limelight in this one. Like, Phoenix showed up and kinda was like, meh. Not in this set, but in general. Sorry about that. But yeah, Hadouken! I am curious to know, I genuinely think Zoro's from Wano. I think Zoro is 100% from Wano, and I think he might be a descendant of Ryoma. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to tell who's on screen, because a lot of Japanese characters sound the same. If I had to pick the worst performance in the dub from Wano, I'm not sure. Yamato, probably. I don't think Yamato did a good job. I think it was mid, especially with how much hype this character does. Did I win? I think I did. I can't tell. Yep! Did not. Alright, cool. NANI?! Wow, I didn't know how low the sounds were compared to everything else. Anyway, sorry about that. I got distracted by fighting games. You should really make a good One Piece fighting game one of these days. I know Burning Blood exists, but It doesn't go up to the Wano arc, it's not current, and also it's not dubbed in any way. Sorry, I have a hard time playing no dub games, even though I'm playing a game that has no dub. But that's because they've never had a dub. The King of Fire, and no SNK game actually has a dub, except Fatal Fury, the new one coming out. Anyway, back to Wano, where we were. I like Wano's atmosphere. It's very Japanese, very Onigashima, very Japanese-esque. Everybody's wearing kimonos and doing like traditional Japanese dances. Samurai, which they call samurai, which is an odd pronunciation choice, but makes sense. It's fine. It's not like a big deal. It's not like calling Yamato Yamato, or not Yamato, because that's a Luffy thing. But it's not like calling Yamato, I guess, Yamato. Intentionally. Because Luffy does call her Yamato, even though it's Yamato. Or like somebody calling Luffy Luffy. I'm glad no one calls him Luffy. It's Luffy. Can you imagine Monkey D. Luffy? I hate him as a character, by the way. Luffy is my least favorite character in all of One Piece. Though he does get good, he got good in Gear 5, so if he can keep this upward momentum to where he's just... Yeah, jazzy beats, sorry. This has a 16-bit jazz charm to it, or not jazz charm, but 16-beat charm to it. Delete. If I were to rate One Piece, if I were to actually give my opinion on One Piece as like a whole for the anime, it's not finished yet, but as of right now, it doesn't break top 10. It just doesn't. Entertainment value, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's very entertaining. Writing-wise, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Longevity, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 because it's survived almost 30 years. Quality, probably 6.5 out of 10. Dub, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Very mid for this dub. Bleach, yeah, Bleach is better. There's so many better English dub shonens. So much more, but how many of them? Well, I wouldn't say. I don't know. How many of them could stand the test of time like One Piece? One Piece is still ongoing. It should end at some point. But I'm curious. Will it end in our generation? I think it'll end. I'm almost 30. I'll be 30 in a couple months. I think it'll end before I'm 40, honestly. Maybe 35, 36, maybe 37. Manga-wise, not anime-wise. Anime-wise, we've got another 12 years. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We've got another 12 years. That thing will end when I'm 42. Because of the pacing. Unless it gets handled by Studio Wit. And as a fun little trivia thing, I am just going to state that the sub-voice actor of Sanji is actually a licensed chef himself. He enjoys practicing cooking in his off time. Yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool fact. I don't watch sub, but I thought that was kind of neat. And that the English voice of Kaido is in Injustice 1 and 2, both as Lobo and Dr. Fate. So if you're a fan of the Injustice franchise and you like One Piece, there you go. There's some correlation. Of course, Trafalgar D. Law is also in Injustice 2 as Deadshot, as is Ace, Ace is there as Hellboy. Yeah. I honestly think the most rarest get of the voice acting dub has to go to Kaido's voice actor. They brought out the Canadian dub voice actors. They brought out the voice actor for that. Again, he does Lobo, he does Dr. Fate, he's Gorilla Grodd in almost every single animated DC property that Gorilla Grodd's been in the last 10-15 years. He's an accomplished name. So I like the fact that they got him for Kaido. I like Major Adaway or Adley. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name for Queen. Gabe Kunda was a brilliant addition to King. I think that Bill Butts was okay as Jack, but Jack is a nothing character. Big Mom she did a great job from what I can hear from the Japanese. She sounded very similar. I liked her performance. Matt Mercer. Matt Mercer's Matt Mercer. I mean, come on now, it's Matt Mercer. When has he not killed a role? And Eustace Kid is super dope with his Punk Gibson, or whatever it was called that he did. That gigantic mechanical tower thingy. I forget what it's called, but that was cool. And if I had to pick my favorite character coming out, or my favorite power-up, or what so have you so far of Wano right now, it would have to be... I guess you could call... I don't like the design, because but I like Robin's Awakening. Robin needs armament hockey. Robin needs that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think she uses any type of hockey. She needs armament hockey, and Usopp needs to get some Sea Prism Stone. I want to see my boy come up. Usopp and Nami. I want to see them come up. Nami's a double hitter because she's got Zeus with her, but she's also got her cloud thingy, plus she's hot, so she could just wow a man into submission. But anyway. Hello!
Hello.
Oh, hello, Dylan. You're being recorded. You're on stream. I was talking about One Piece Wano and what's caught up. I'm caught up with all the dub, as you know, and I was just discussing it. In fact, I got a person here in the chat who is a One Piece fan. Tell them your top 5 One Piece arcs.
Top 5 One Piece arcs?
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 is Wano, of course. Number 2... probably either the Paramount War or what's it called, Water 7 plus Marineford, or not Marineford, Enies Lobby. I kind of count that as one arc since they're connected. I'll go with Paramount War number 2, Water 7, Enies Lobby 3, number 4, I don't know. I don't know what 4 would be. I gotta think of all the arcs.
There's Whole Cake, Mermaid Island, there's Punk Hazard Zoo, the East Blue arc, the what else? What was the other ones? Thriller Bark, Drum Island, Skypiea, Arlong Park. You said the Marine is lobby. Like I said, Thriller Bark. Dressrosa, Punk Hazard, Zoe. Yeah, I think I think I named all of them, or almost all of them.
Yeah. There's the prison arc.
Oh yeah, Impale Down.
Yeah, Impale Down.
Impale Down, Amazon Lily.
That one place I went to, what was it called, like Archipelago?
Oh yeah, Savio Archipelago. That's where they fought Kuma.
Sabaody Archipelago, something
yeah, Sabaody.
like that.
Sabaody, you're absolutely right, Sabaody.
I'll say number 4, maybe Skypiea, and number 5, maybe Dressrosa, even though There's a lot of Dressrosa that I didn't like because it was dragged out too much. But I like the Gear 4 reveal, and I like Doflamingo and his backstory. What else did I like about that arc? Yeah, just that final clash with Luffy and Doflamingo was cool. I like that one a lot.
I just like Doflamingo as a character. I like the concept. I like that Usopp got a chance to shine in that one because he became Sniper King, or he became God Usopp to many a people.
Yeah, there was both good things and bad things about that arc because it was just dragged out too much. So it got boring at times, but when it was good, it was pretty peak.
I didn't care about that tournament whatsoever. It kept on getting interrupted by things that actually mattered. Like Usopp, like them trying to get sugar. Which, also, by the way, speaking of Dressrosa, you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody who's watching.
Was that slime dude?
It was Snot, yes. I believe his name was Treble.
Yeah.
And he looked like a fat boy, but in actuality he was skinny.
Which arc did you like better, Alabasta or Skypiea?
Skypiea.
Okay.
Inaru, for the longest time, was one of my favorite villains.
Yeah, he was awesome. I liked him a lot.
And I really like.
His powers was one of the best.
Yeah, I really like his lightning fruit. I know it translates to rumble, but that is a stupid name and a stupid dub name. Just like calling the Ushi Nomi or the Ushi fruit the fish fruit. But anyway, guys, I've been here for a while. People are joining the party. I don't want to keep them waiting. I also am just on this game pause menu for now. So, I'd like to thank you guys everybody for showing up. I couldn't get everybody's names, but I'd like to thank everybody who chatted in the chat, who left a comment, who subscribed. We got a new subscriber today. Whoop, whoop. And I hope you come back. Hopefully you can browse through the channel. If you want to know anything, just put in a comment, or, you can tag me on Twitter, at @DubLoveOtaku. Otaku Paradise Brad, to be precise, at DubLoveOtaku. I will be putting my Twitter as well as a GoFundMe for the voice actress for Misty and Jessie, Rachel Willis. I believe her last name is Willis. It's either Rachel Lewis or Rachel Willis. I believe it's Rachel Willis. And currently, if you're not familiar with that situation, and I'm going to make a bigger video discussing it and putting her GoFundMe in the description, but Rachel Willis, as you might know, she's the voice of Misty from Pokemon, the original Misty, the one that the 90s kids grew up with, the original Pokemon Misty. She was also Jessie from that franchise. She also plays Jigglypuff. If you're currently playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Super Smash Bros., any Super Smash Bros. That has Jigglypuff in it, that's her voice. So she recently came down with cancer, and her sister made a GoFundMe for her treatments and for her home care. Unfortunately, it has spread to her spine, so we don't know the outcome, and we won't know the outcome of any of this until her sister or herself posts something on social media. I just like to say, for anybody that might see this and wonder what the GoFundMe is, again, I'm going to put that link in the description. And if you want to donate, you're not obligated as well, obviously, but feel free to give as much as you want if you want to at all. Don't go outside of your means. And if you're wanting to know a motivator, why should I do this for this random voice actress? Well, let me pose this question to you, dear viewer. Has this woman done anything but help you, or has this woman done anything but be a part of your childhood, if you were around that generation? Did this person do anything to make you want to not support her? Well, if those answers are both no and yes and no, then I have no reason to doubt that that would be nice of you to give to this GoFundMe. And I'm having trouble with my words for some reason. Words are hard sometimes. But like I said, guys, if you want to donate the GoFundMe, I'll be making another video directly about that. I'm not trying to monetize that video or anything like that. She's genuinely just somebody I've seen in interviews. She seems like a very kind person, and I know everybody in the Pokemon family is wanting her to either get a speedy recovery, or if she ends up passing from this, to have a very peaceful passing. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for now. I just wanted to share that with you and the Wano Watch. Thank you to all, like I said, who subscribed, who joined, who commented, who chatted. And until next time, guys, I'm Brad from the Otaku Paradise. And this is Big Boy Bogogius just joining in. Put his link in the description as well. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, you're a real one. And I hope you have a very blessed day, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. And until next time, guys, like I said, I'm Brad from the Otaku Paradise, and hopefully you have some paradise feels wherever you are. I'm still working on the tagline, and until next time, guys, see ya.